Dr. Kelly's voice filters down from above. I was right, we did already have juice. It was just in the back of the fridge, but there's no harm in having extra. What are you doing in the clinic? I thought I told you to go rest. Oh, I'm just gonna go chill in the morgue. I've got my speakers, so if you hear some weird sounds, that's just my music. I'll be sure to put in earplugs to drown out all that industrial clanging you listen to. You know I'm not the biggest fan of you sparing time down there. It can't be good for your mental health to hang out in a refrigerator for corpses. Do you at least have a blanket this time? Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just a change of scenery. My room feels too claustrophobic right now. Okay. I'll let you know when it's time for dinner. You don't have to do that. I'll grab something from my room for later. Sure, whatever you're able to do. You hear the door close and the sound of Reese descending the stairs to join you in the fluorescent lit room below. Hey. You listen to music that sounds like a wall being broken down? Of course I do. I'm sad all the time. Glad my taste in music is finally coming in handy. It's exactly the cover we need. Stop asking questions. It's time to see what's on the other side of that wall. I should warn you. Something spooky might happen once we break down that wall. Reese smiles. Good. Feels like I've been missing out lately. Wall. Now. Let's do this. I'd like to do the honours if you don't mind. I've got some confused and angry feelings I'd like to express. Reese takes the axe from you and approaches the wall. Reese manages to cut through the wall with very little effort, unexpected from someone with his frame and condition, but you know his stringy muscles are backed by a mounting fury at what's been done to him. That goes a long way. He staggers back from the massive hole and admires his work. Holy shit. The splintered edge frames a dark passage seemingly cut deep into the side of the cliff, all seeping from a forgotten place in the already frigid morgue. Reese coughs as he takes a better look at what lies beyond the wound in the wall. There's a whole hallway back there. Thick, stale air leaks from the hall, filling the morgue with an earthy mildew smell, like the room is slowly filling with dirt. And with the stink of the grave-like room beyond comes an even stronger compulsion. You step forward. And you climb into the hole. This is wild. I had no idea any of this was back here. An entire hospital ring, rotting away for decades behind some flimsy drywall. I'm probably going to pass out when we find this thing. Don't be too worried about me, I'll be fine. Thanks for the heads up. You step forward into the unknown. You don't bother to retrieve the axe. The final wall concealing the carving is rotten, water damage having eaten away at the wood over the course of the unknowable years, the planks nearly reduced to sawdust. You tear into it. Enoch, I thought you weren't going to come. I was worried you'd leave me here forever. They said there's nothing I can do. I'll never use my legs again. Enoch, what am I going to do? Calm down, Teddy. Those doctors don't know what they're talking about. I've been doing my own research and I've found us an alternative. We won't have to worry about anything from here on out, I promise. I went to talk to the witch. The witch? But that's nonsense. It's all right. We're taking you home today and everything will be resolved by this time next week. That's right, Doctor. At this point, I think it's safe to say his body was never recovered. Whoever it was who claimed to be Theodore, it wasn't him. Wasn't even paralyzed, as it turns out. Just some grifter trying to take advantage of the tragedy. The hell? The hell is going on? Everything goes black. Your vision swims back into focus, and it takes a solid second or two to reorient yourself. You're in an unfamiliar bed. Reese leans against the far wall, eyeing you with concern and curiosity.
Hey, I was worried you'd slipped into a coma or something. You tore down a wall like a wild animal, found some weird carving, and collapsed. Think you might have had some kind of seizure. I know you warned me this might happen, but are you okay?
How did I get here?
I carried you.
You don't have the kind of muscle mass required for that.
Huh? Why would I lie about that? I just picked you up and carried you back. It's not like I had to go very far.
Does Dr. Kelly know I'm here?
No. I snuck you back into the house while she was busy in the medical storage room. Figured you won't want to come to in the morgue.
I had a vision.
Like a hallucination. I have those sometimes too. Used to have them a lot as a teen. Always just weird little things, like my hands would look wrong, or my neck would seem too long, or the room would feel smaller.
At least one of those death records is murky. I don't think Teddy died in a mine collapse. My family has secrets.
It's a weird thing to cover up, but it's not too surprising. Old family like that usually has at least a few secrets, but hopefully that's all ancient history. It's not like it's easy to cover up deaths these days, right?
I should probably get going. Stella's still missing, and the stone here finally stopped yelling at me.
That might be a little tricky. The doc's on the warpath up there. I refused to take my medicine, and she's not happy about it. Sure, you can understand why. There was no way I was going to take anything she gave me. She's been poisoning me for years.
I've been thinking about what you said at dinner last night, and I don't see any other possibility. It's only been a day since I stopped taking my pills, and I feel great.
I went ahead and blocked my door so she can't get down here. Now I just have to wait her out.
You blocked your door?
Of course I did. Put a chair in front of it. It's never failed me before. We don't need her coming down here to finish me off or whatever it is she might do now that I know what her treatment plan has been all these years.
Okay, we've got a lot of choices here. Oh my gosh. Hell yeah, sleepover, but I need to leave. Makes sense. But now we're just locked downstairs. So what is your plan? Gives us time to figure out a game plan. How are we supposed to get out? I don't think you're acting rationally. You're holding me hostage down here until what exactly? So I'm your prisoner. But I need to leave.
I know you do, but I'm doing this to protect you, to protect both of us. We shouldn't underestimate her. I have these weird memories. I always assumed they were dreams or hallucinations, but now I think she used tranquilizers on me. Other times I've gotten too unruly for her. I don't know how much more of those memories I can trust, but I'm starting to think I should believe my instincts when it comes to the lengths she's willing to go to keep me under her control. We'll wait until she's asleep. Then we can at least get out of the basement and figure out what we can do from there.
I don't want to be down here. I want to leave.
Why? You're safer down here with me than out there. Up there, she could hurt you or someone else could. There'll just be a few hours maximum, then we'll both be free, I promise.
There is something almost fundamentally different about Reese. Before, he was almost muted, his energy dulled, but now it's like he's crackling with electricity. It's like watching a storm gather on the horizon. That's not fucking ominous at all.
Yeah, you know what? The whole "you're safer down here with me" thing is setting off some alarm bells in Scarlet Jam beyond the normal mystical ones. These are the alarm bells that I don't need mystical or book smarts to pick up on. These are the "I am stuck in a room with a concerning person" alarm bells. You're being a creep. Am I? Sorry, I didn't mean to come off that way. I must seem weird right now. I feel weird right now. My adrenaline is going into overdrive, like I'm in fight or flight. Reese is talking fast, his movements twitchy and erratic. It's a scary thing to find out, you know. It's thrown my whole worldview into chaos. Anything feels possible. Oh, buddy. Huh. Like, do I have to worry that because you helped me figure this out, she might do something to you? All because she wants to keep me on the lock and key? And how bad is it going to get if she manages to keep me down here? It's not like she ever lets anyone see me anyway. She could easily take away all my electronics, paint over the windows, and keep poisoning me forever if that's what she wants. We might have to take the initiative before she can get the upper hand. Oh, that's not. Okay, this isn't right. I can absolutely understand someone reacting this way, but the poses are looking a bit off. There's a knock on the window. Leave now, before this situation escalates. Who the hell are you? Oh god, not you. Why do you follow me everywhere I go? Surrounded by creeps. Okay, to be fair... Oh, fuck. To be fair, Reese apologised. Reese isn't a creep. Without another word, Wayne starts pounding on the window. Good luck, freak. That glass is shatterproof. You feel a hand on your shoulder and are thrown back from the window. Get away! Leave us alone! As Reese tears at his clothes, paint bubbles out from the canvases, his ghoulish figures peeling themselves out of their two-dimensional worlds, invading yours, crawling up the walls. This is... He has a tail. The window shatters. Grab my hand, I'll pull you out. I get it. You're the guy who's been following Jam. Enemies all around us, huh? In a surge of violence, the change that had been brewing inside Reese finally comes. As it manifests, the broken basement window is sealed off, and Wayne along with it. You've seen enough to know you need to leave. You run up the stairs. The door is blocked by a chair. And then it's blocked by something else too. Yeah, panic mode. You toss the chair out of the way and do your best to tear through the paintings covering the door. It reforms and regenerates too quickly for you to claw your way through. Defeated, you turn back to the basement. The remainder of Reese's paintings await their artist's command. It's okay. Stay right there. You can take care of this. Then she won't be able to hurt anyone anymore. Be right back. Reese storms up the stairs, leaving you with his creations. Yeah, I'll call Tabitha. You dial your cousin's number. Hey, where are you? What do you know about Reese? That dying hemo kid? Just that he's been dying for like a decade and he smells weird. Why do you ask? Oh, ew. Are you hanging out with him? I'm generally of the mind that you can see whoever you want, but I have to draw the line somewhere. I'm coming to pick you up. Clearly you need a chaperone before you make any decisions you'll regret. Did you know that he can transform into some kind of monster? Because he can! Noted. Your cousin hangs up the phone. I mean, like, so I can try and warn Dr. Kelly. I can just be like, I'm not sure who to help. This does seem kind of complex. I could just follow Reese, or I can just try and get the fuck out of Dodge. I'm going to stick with this one for now. Partly because if I'm seen as trying to help Dr. Kelly, I can see that going very badly for me in terms of Reese reacting negatively. You make your way to the door that beckoned to you yesterday, all intrigue now washed away. You know where it leads, and you know what secrets the stone that lurked in the forgotten basement the clinic had to share with you. Now the clinic holds a new horror. Somewhere beyond the narrow hallway, leading from the house proper into the doctor's office, there is a monster preparing to do something unthinkable. You grasp the handle and turn. Duck! You do as she says, ducking out of the way. She shoots. The gun isn't very loud, there's only a pop as the projectile leaves the barrel, whizzing through the air. You turn to see a dart embedded in Reese's chest. He pulls the tranquilizer dart out from between his ribs, heaving heavy breaths as the drug courses through his system. You're gonna have to try harder than that, you... No. How did you... As if you could hope to stop me, you pathetic waste of flesh. Before Wayne takes another step down the stairs, paint flows out from between cracks in the wood, Reese's panic pulling in a mob of furious creatures to hold his enemies in place. The artist darts away, but his creations continue to work in their absence. Dr. Kelly makes her escape down the hallway as Wayne is overcome, glued in place at the top of the stairs by stiffening globs of pain. This is fucking chaos. This is so many things coming together at once. I'm going to split up. You rush out of the main entryway, taking cover in the first room you see. A few seconds pass. Things are quiet. Hey. Dr. Kelly's voice crackles out of some unseen speaker. You. Jam. I'm stuck in a safe room. I can't help you from here, but you can help both of us. You're in the medical storage room, right? I need you to use the black taped key to get into the cabinet and bring me the elephant tranquilizers. It's a bottle labelled carfentanil. Air tranquilizers clearly aren't going to cut it anymore. An intercom system, huh, Doc? Good. You should hear this. Jam, you don't have to do anything she says. I'm not going to hurt anyone else. Just her. If I don't, you and I both know she's just going to shoot me full of... elephant tranquilizers? Did I hear that right? And shove me back down in that basement, or maybe someplace even worse, and keep killing me every day for the rest of my miserable existence. I feel amazing right now. Better than I've ever felt in my life. I'm not dangerous. She's just scared, because she knows she finally has to pay for what she's taken from me. I think I'm in, like, I've shut down entirely. Honestly, I genuinely think that I've shut down entirely. You say nothing. It's okay, Jam. Just get to the cabinet and I can get all of this sorted out. You don't have to do what she says. She's told me what to do for as long as I've been alive, and look where that landed me. Half dead, holed up in a basement, and she'd put me right back if she had her way. Hell, if she had no trouble doing this to her own son, who else might she be treating without their knowledge? Better stay right here while I do what needs to be done.
There won't need to be a speck of blood on your hands. Enough. Reese cries out in pain. What the hell did you do to my shoulder? I'll handle it. Try to get somewhere safe until then. The two stagger off down the hallway. Quick, grab the tranquilizers and head to the safe room. Ah, yeah, I'll get the tranquilizers. You do as she says. The tranquilizers are easy to find, marked with a small square of black tape to match the key. She's certainly an organised woman. You make your way out of the medical storage room and back to the hallway where Dr. Kelly disappeared. As you approach, Dr. Kelly heaves open the door, slowly breaking apart the massive paint, sealing it shut. This is fucking awful. Hurry! I don't think I can keep it open for long. You slip past her into the safe room. She shuts the door quickly, though one of the little smears manages to slip past her. She stomps on it. Painted viscera splatters across the cement floor. Sounds like Reese and your friend are still fighting. Probably has a few minutes before he gets here. What is this room? Old X-ray room. Lead walls. After I realised this whole situation was a possibility, I had the door reinforced with special remote-controlled locks. Glad it could finally come in handy. Let's talk, Reese. Yeah, I bet you have some questions. Go ahead. I have nothing left to hide. When did you find out? A little after he hit puberty. We had all the usual changes, then a few extra. Thicker nails, sharp teeth, elfish ears. I figured he might have some kind of genetic disorder and had him checked out at a few specialists, but there was nothing obviously wrong with him. Then we had an argument, and he changed right in front of me. It was nothing like what he is now, just a couple inches and some facial abnormalities, enough to be noticeable. I was scared he could see that, and he stopped. I thought it was a one-off, or maybe a hallucination. But the second time, it wasn't as subtle, and it didn't go away as easy. That's when I knew for sure that this was something beyond my realm of expertise. How did he not know what he was? I've been medicating him since he was 12. We've only had 3 incidents like this before, maybe 4, depending on what counts. This is the worst one by far. He doesn't seem to understand at first that he looks different, and I just make sure to stay on top of his dosages so he rarely does. I've been preparing for this inevitability. He's an adult now. There's only so much I can do to control him. How did you settle on Ryzen? Dr. Kelly gives you a long, hard look. I don't want to talk about that woman. But screw it. I might die tonight, sure, I'll tell you. It was... And that's all I have to say about that. Huh? Uh-oh. Oh my fucking god. Sybil. Fuck. The most painful thing is knowing as the player, but my player character won't be knowing. It just cut off. Why did you start poisoning him? Dr. Kelly sighs. Can we stop calling it poison? Yes, it's poison, but the act of me giving him poison was not me poisoning him. I was medicating his illness. It started when he was around 15. I've been giving him increasingly high doses of clonopin, but his body kept adapting and his symptoms would come back, especially if we ever fought. I couldn't keep ordering all those drugs. It was already suspicious, and I could risk losing my license, especially if anyone ever found out what I was using them for. Someone approached me with a solution. I took it, and I've been dealing with the emotional and mental consequences of that decision ever since. I feel kind of bad for being an asshole with it now. I mean, it's still not right, but I don't know what's right at this point, and it's weighing on her, clearly. The relationship between you seems so difficult. Yeah, you could say that. He was such a cute kid. When I found out I was pregnant, I was terrified. I didn't know if I'd be ready, but he made me love being a mum. It's not like it was going to be sunshine and roses forever, no matter what. Kids grow up and they change, sometimes for the worst. This is part of being a mum too. Doing what you can to make sure the child you brought into the world isn't going to go around eating people. Was his dad similar? A strange little smile creeps onto Dr. Kelly's face. I wish I knew. Reese just kind of happened. I wasn't seeing anyone. I just woke up pregnant one day. I know how impossible that sounds. I'm a doctor, for Christ's sake. I kept having these weird dreams, almost like sleep paralysis episodes. Romantic sleep paralysis episodes. They were actually kind of sweet, but they were just dreams. But then, all of a sudden, my period stopped. I got morning sickness, and roughly 9 months later, Reese. What is he? At first, I thought he was some kind of werewolf. But if he is, he doesn't follow any kind of full moon rules or anything. Silver doesn't do shit to him. And you've seen what he looks like. It's just weird. I almost wish I could examine him while he was fully transformed. I'd be fascinated to know what happens to him or how his body does it. But he seems pretty hell-bent on ripping my throat out, so I guess that'll just have to remain a mystery. I'm not going to ask that. That's stupid. He's about to kill her. Well, we're at it. Any other secrets you're keeping? You have it all. You have no idea how relieved I am to finally say all this shit out loud. What's the game plan? Both short and long term? Well, I pump him full of elephant tranquilizers, then I lock him in here. Then I somehow convince him to see things from my perspective. Then we all live happily ever after. So, you're just gonna lock him away again? Yeah. It's either that or he dies. God knows I don't want that to be the case, but you've got to work with what you've been given. And what I've been given is an ethical dilemma with no good outcomes. Just have to decide which is the lesser evil. You and Dr. Kelly sit in silence and wait for her son to make his way to you. The sound of distant breaking glass cuts through the silence of the clinic outside the safe room. Shit, this might be game time. Get those tranks ready. We have to get this door open before he crosses the hallway. Dr. Kelly opens the door. The two of you stare out into the hallway. Oh, that's different. Is this what you were so afraid of? Hand over the tranquilizers. This is our shot. Oh, God. I mean, I don't know why I'm struggling. To me, this is an easy choice. It's still absolutely horrible, but, like, we have to give her the tranks. Like, I can't just sit by and let her be killed. She's doing her best, even if that is fucking awful. Oh God, he's gonna kill me. Ah! Before Dr. Kelly can fire, a different shot rings out. Reese's body is thrown against the wall. Shotgun in hand, your cousin rounds the corner and trains a weapon on his writhing body. Tabitha, what are you doing here? Stop it. Let me sedate him. We can deal with this non-lethally. Are you insane? That thing was trying to kill you. You leap forward, placing your body between Tabitha and the whimpering Reese, his face already trying to stitch itself back together as he writhes on the ground. Jan, what the hell do you think you're doing? Wait, I'm sure we can all talk this out. With that thing, I don't think so. Both of you shut up and help me drag him into the safe room, now. You turn to see Dr. Kelly already pulling her son towards the open doorway. Tabitha swings the gun onto her back, huffily jumping in to help Dr. Kelly. It's not long before his regenerating body is sealed away behind the door. Not exactly how I thought that would play out, but at least none of us are dead. If you've done any permanent damage to him, you're going to be the one paying for the medical supplies, Miss Scarlet. You aren't seriously going to keep that thing alive, are you? Clearly dangerous. What makes you think you can keep it locked up? It is my son, Miss Scarlet, and despite appearances, he is still human. I'd prefer you to refer to him as such. And I've managed to keep him safely locked away and harmless for years. Sure, it'll be a little more difficult now that he knows about his condition, but that room is lined with lead. He's not going anywhere. He's human. Are you sure about that? Are we talking about the same guy? Trust me, I've done genetic tests. He is human somehow, and it's my job as his mother to protect him and to protect people from him. It's not a burden I take lightly. You don't have to worry about him getting out anytime soon. I want to use this. I want to pick this one, but that's gonna be a reload if like this is taken to say we can figure out whether to kill him or not later. In my mind, I'm saying this like then again, I could still be panicking. But if I say I want to go home, will that comfort save. I want to go home. I'm parked just down the hill. And Joan? I'll be checking in on you. You better figure out what to do with him soon, or I won't hesitate to step in and make sure he's dealt with before he manages to make out again. Get out of my house. Dr. Kelly brought us time. I'm sure we can figure out what to do about him later. There is no we. He's my son. He's my problem, and I prefer it if both of you forgot what you saw tonight and went about your own business. If I recall from 2 minutes ago, you would have been chomped in half if I hadn't stepped in. I don't think you're capable of dealing with this rationally, Joan. Are you just going to hope someone steps in next time too? One of these days your luck is going to run out. Ooh, okay, I'll stick with the first one. Maybe. I genuinely don't know what to pick here. Let's just go with this one. Reese is a good guy, he's just misunderstood. Don't give me that line. I don't see what I could misunderstand about a guy who was clearly about to swallow both of you whole. I don't care what his feelings were when he was getting ready to make a meal of you. I care that he was capable of it. I'm not going to debate this with you, Miss Scarlet. It's none of your business. I can handle it from here. Now both of you get out. I have a lot of cleaning to do, and I don't feel like entertaining a couple of bickering cousins while I do. You and your cousin leave the clinic, Dr. Kelly slamming the shotgun-blasted door behind you. The two of you make your way to the bottom of the hill where Tabitha's car is parked among the sleepy houses of Scarlet Hollow's residential street. She places her gun in the trunk and turns to face you. You're alone right now. Is Stella still missing? I tried calling her a couple times, but I kept getting a stupid voicemail. Yeah. The two of you are interrupted by the jingling of dog tags. Yay, 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 yay. Gretchen appears at the edge of the road, running as fast as her geriatric pug legs can carry her. Gretchen seems distressed. She whines as she stares up at you from the ground, eyes desperate, anxiously jumping back and forth and darting away when you try and lean down to her. Gretchen? But where's Stella? Let's follow her. You and Tabitha follow Gretchen into the woods. Oh God, I hope she's not leading us to a body. Oh, there she is. Gretchen nervously runs ahead of you and Tabitha, looking back to make sure you're still there as she leads you into the dark woods. Before long, the trees thin and you find yourself on a steep hill by a two-lane road, lined on one side by sheer rock. There, sitting on a log, staring mournfully out at the asphalt, is Stella. You watch her from the underbrush. She's alive, thank God. She sounds more exasperated than relieved. Let's go talk to her. Don't you two have a thing? I don't want to third wheel, I'm just happy to know she's okay. Besides, we've got baggage. I'll just make things worse. It doesn't matter that Stella and I have a thing. You two need to reconcile. We can both go talk to her together. Okay. The two of you join Stella, perching on the old log on either side of her. Y'all came to find me? You didn't have to go to all that trouble. It's probably gonna head home soon. You had Jam worried all day, you know. And it looks like you got into some trouble too, Jam. You're all covered in blood. I think a lot of it's pain, actually. Pain? What? This is where your parents died, right? Oh, Jesus. Oh my God. She was lying down. That's the fucking only reason she survived. Oh. That's worse than I remember. Have you been sitting here all day? Yeah. Just waiting. Silence falls over the three of you. The wind rustling in the leaves and the sound of night insects carry on around you, muted in the still night. Nothing happened though. It's probably for the best. Tabby, did I do something wrong after the accident? What? There's whole years of my life that like they just never happened. Like every time I try and remember them, it's blank. With all these videos sitting on my channel that I don't even remember filming, it's scary. Did I do something to push you away? No. All you wanted to do was talk to me, but Pearl Ann wouldn't let you near me. Oh. I'm gonna let them handle this. I think. I'm gonna save first, but... You remain silent. The three of you stare out into the quiet night. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost. I thought they'd talk more, that's why I remained silent. Maybe I can actually think more about making a choice now. One more. Actually, then again. No. Well, how would this be? Tabitha, stop hiding behind your mum's corpse. She's gone. The only person who makes decisions about your life now is you. Hey! God, you're right. I was an adult when your parents died, Stella. It doesn't matter what Pearl Ann wanted. I pushed you away, and I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry. Tabby? I've missed you. I've missed you too. We got an achievement! Holy shit. Did we just nearly fail to mend the relationship? That's one reload I will not regret, to be honest with you. The three of you stare out into the quiet night. I think the accident is probably why I got into ghost hunting. I think I just wanted to see them again. I wanted to know whether I even could. I never found anything, so eventually I gave up. Then last night happened. And I ran out here to see if maybe it would happen with them too. Even if that meant seeing the crash again, or seeing them all messed up and dead. I wanted to see them. It's been a whole day. I don't think they're coming. Do you want to say goodbye? Stella sits in silence for a long moment, her breaths slow and even. Goodbye. I love you. Don't worry about me. I'm going to be fine. She's silent again, as if waiting for a response. No response comes. But she smiles, a lively glimmer returning to her sad eyes. That kind of felt better. I don't think I realised how much I kinda trapped myself in my own head. Thank you for breaking me out of it, you two. Stella straightens up, stretching her back. Gretchen wags her tail, jingling in the quiet night air. We should probably head back, right? I haven't slept in a day. So, there was a couple of choices that I regretted on my last run. The first one was I didn't bring Tabitha. She kind of talked me into her not coming for this conversation. The second one is that I didn't tell Stella about what happened. And ever since then, it's just been like, I feel so fucking bad because, like, that's her friend. And I've just not told her about it. In the moment, the first time I played this, my mindset was, she's just made peace about her parents. I don't want to just be like, oh, hey, by the way. But it's not right. It wouldn't be right to not tell her. And I think about what Avery said. They said, like, there's no reason to hide this if you can help it, this sort of thing. So, I just gotta tell her. It's gonna suck, but... Wait, before we go, we should tell you about what happened today. Oh? Are you sure about that, Jam? It's too late. Look outside of the bag. And now the two of you have to tell me about your misadventures. You and Tabitha relay the events of the evening as best you can. Saying it out loud somehow makes it feel less real, like you're sharing the plot of a horror movie, not something that actually happened to you. Oh my god. That poor guy. And poor Dr. Kelly. This just sucks for everyone. And Tabby, you just brought a shotgun there? I wanted protection. Hopefully Reese and his mum can work things out. We should try and visit him tomorrow. You two can do that without me. You know, I think processing just the one traumatic event is enough for the day. This new one's going right into the void. At least until we get to the end of the week. That's valid, but yeah. The three of you and Gretchen make your way back through the woods before arriving at Stella's house. This is me. I guess I'll see you two around. Stella, do you have a thing for my cousin? You two need to talk without me around. Before either you or Stella can get in a word, Tabitha's already turned and walked away. She's not wrong. Do you want to come in? I wouldn't mind sharing my bed tonight. Be comfortable having another living person next to me. I hope you feel the same. Tip. Dialogue options marked romance will start a romantic arc with the character you're talking to, and will lock you out of romantic arcs with other characters. I'm not winking. Yes, please. Stella ushers you inside, a barely contained grin threatening to split into an excited smile. Let me just go take a quick shower. Been sitting outside for a day, I need some soap. It'll just take a minute and we can get cozy. I already showered today, I don't need another shower. She hurries off, leaving you and Gretchen in the living room. Gretchen immediately curls up in her bed, clearly exhausted after a long day of worrying over Stella. But before she has the chance to fall asleep, a heavy knock startles her and you. Gretchen growls, and I saved the fucking game. There's someone at the door. You say nothing, waiting for the moment to pass. Open the door, please, Jam. No. Alright, playing games, I see. Fine. You can have your fun tonight, but you should consider returning to the estate tomorrow. Tabitha won't be around. Forbidden places won't be forbidden without her around to stop you, and you might be surprised at what you find. Gretchen's growls escalate into barks. Calm down, Gretchen. Were you just talking to someone, Jam? Sorry, I'm human. Wayne stopped by. He's still following you? Are you sure we're safe? He did try and save me today, but I still don't appreciate what he said about Stella. So I can't say that he's on our side. You don't have to worry about him. I'm not so sure about that. He did just stop by at my house at a very late hour while I was preoccupied. It's not super reassuring. But I'm too tired to care much about it at this point. I just want to collapse in bed with you. You'll keep us safe, right, Gretch? Gretchen snarls, yapping fiercely. That's right, Gretchen. You're the most vicious little geriatric pug there is. Now let's get to bed before I pass out. Just give me a second to finish drying off. Stella disappears into her room for a brief moment and then her door creaks back open. So, you coming in? I don't think I have pajamas. I don't have pajamas on me, do I? You know what? No. I always pack pajamas because I always hope I don't sleep at the fucking mansion. You walk by Stella and into her bedroom. She gently closes the door behind you. Sorry I didn't clean up beforehand. You can think of it as getting the authentic Stella experience. She slips past you and lies on the bed, dressed in an oversized t-shirt. You're quick to follow. She's warm and still slightly damp from the shower, her skin fresh and flowery. She turns to look at you, smiling, dimples creasing at the edge of her mouth. You could kiss me if you wanted to. You shift closer to her and close your eyes. A magnetic pull of anticipation rolls down your spine and across your skin, and for a moment, that seems to last forever. And for a moment it seems to last forever, you take in every detail of the world around you. The forested scent of her eucalyptus shampoo, and beneath it, the slightest hint of campfire. The comforting heat of soft but calloused hands against your cheek. The thunder of your hearts beating ever more quickly in unison. The tension rises, a tone seemingly without peak. And then it breaks, and her lips touch yours. They're fresh and minty soft, cool against yours, and guided by the gentleness of someone looking to hold on to the memory of tonight for a long, long time. And then she pulls you closer, tighter, and the two of you lose yourselves in each other. Eventually, the two of you break away and open your eyes, gazing at each other from opposite ends of the pillow. You drift off together, limbs entwined, exhausted, and safe and comforted. Tomorrow may bring some new horror, or it may not, but whatever happens, you'll face it together. And that's the end! You fucking got to the end. And there's a lot to unpack. I did my best to remain not flustered throughout that. I hope you are proud of how not flustered I was throughout that. Doing my absolute best. And yeah, as said, I'm going to save quickly. Let's play it safe and save. As said, I knew that I would be going down this route. I'm kind of glad it was still available to me, what with a couple of different choices being made. But this one feels better than the last one. Stella and Tabitha have made up. I don't have to deal with the guilt of having not told Stella about that stuff, even if it fucking sucked to hear. I know I've not made all the same choices I made. This doesn't end up being a perfect recreation, but I feel like it's a run that I'm more prepared to, like, take to the end, you know? And it'll be a while before the end, but in just a couple of weeks from today's recording, episode 5 will be out, and I'll get to go and face the horrors once anew. It sounds like we might be exploring the mansion, maybe. That's what's been hinted at. But there's a lot of threads to unravel here. And I'm also mainly just concerned about Sybil right now. But yeah, there we go. Caught up on Scarlet Hollow. And I'm very, very excited to get back here next time, completely unaware of what will be in store. It'll be a blind playthrough from next time, which I'm sure will be fine. This is when the real panic will come in, like, because there'll be horrible choices to make and I won't have pre-prepared time to, you know, think about them, like this time. But yeah, until then, keep watching the skies.